let's do this. This one should be fun. Why Pizza Hut orders almost always suck. So let me ask you something. How often do you see a Pizza Hut order that is actually 100% valuable? Let's be honest. Like most of the time?
Um,
Go ahead.
do you have that screenshot I sent you? The one that was really good?
Which one? I know that
Based
you sent me a
ones.
bunch.
So, and it's like 30 something bucks. But like there's a lot of them that they go what was I gonna say? Crap. They go ahead and
Oh yeah, this
it took
one's
a
like
long
23
time the other night.
Mhm.
It wasn't closed for them, but I guess a lot of people are getting off shift and like they didn't start on it until I walked in the door and they should have had it already. But I got lucky because I'm like, I told the guy, I'm like, dude, I'm out here and I'm supposed to be for work at 4 a.m. and he also gave me a $21 extra tip. And I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a couple extra bucks because he said he'd add to the tip. You know, I
Yeah.
didn't beg for tips. I was just saying, I'm like, dude, it's taking forever and I gotta be up early. I was thinking this is my last one because it was on my way home. It's like, ugh. And
But
I was
based
like,
on that,
whoa, wowza.
yeah,
You know?
based on the screenshot that I saw, it looked like that was an order that somebody went to DoorDash directly, ordered, and and then we ended
Yeah.
up getting the order that way, if that sounds about right. As
Yeah.
opposed to going through the website of
Yeah.
pizzahut.com.
Yeah. Typically I get $5 to $10 tips to the merchant based ones. They had a $5 base pay for a while, but I think they dropped the delivery fee back now, maybe because people complained, but I don't know. She's now, but like, it's like at the same time, I want to catch her and talk to her. I'm like, hey, what happened to $5 base pay for the merchant base? Because I'm like, it's really nice to have it, but maybe she figured out there's enough people on Earn by Time to like, because they lock it out in this little market here all the time. But I'm guessing there's always people on it
Yeah.
because it just seems like I sat there for 3.5 hours the other day and I saw other people just moving. Like, and I'm in one of the stupid tiers. It's like I should be getting something, guys. And then like, here 3 hours later, here's a $15 shop. It's like I don't like sitting around. It's just why to diversify, kids. I was just in my little rural market. I didn't go like anywhere busier. I could have, or I could have stayed up in Plattsburgh and probably done something up there. But like dinner time up there, it's I actually looked last night. Great out. Like you can't get on.
Yeah, it's a shame because sometimes like you have the drive, but you're not able to do it because you literally can't get on.
Yeah,
But
I was way too tired anyway. I just took a peek.
yeah,
Like I've been the last 2 days have been really rough.
so
That's
so
3 days, I should say. Tuesday was awful.
So a lot of the times when people order through Pizza Hut, people or really any restaurant, right? Like there is a point to where, hey, how much would you like to tip? And the customers think they're tipping the driver, right? And that's what they're basing it on. And sometimes those restaurants decide to drop the tip to zero and then resend it out. In this case, they added a different layer onto this prospect, and it has shown a very interesting insight into the mind of Pizza Hut and their corporate lackeys.
Ever wonder why it takes so long to get your food from a Pizza Hut, a Little Caesars, a Papa John's? Well, when you order directly from the website and you leave a tip, that tip goes to the team members of the store. It goes to the Pizza Hut employees. It goes to the Little Caesars employees, the Papa John's employees, not your delivery driver. The second you place your order, it gets outsourced to Doordash to deliver. Doordash will add its shitty $2, $2.50 base pay, and it'll appear as a no tip. So it will just sit there, and it will just sit there. And you will need a loyal soldier to come through and get you your food. I don't know why it's like that, but that is how it is. I stay away from pizza orders because of this, because every time I see a pizza order come through, it is so ridiculously low. It's going to be a high wait time. I'm just not interested. But just thought this was something you should know.
So that's on the individual restaurant and a franchise group. My franchisees up here are amazing and pass 100% of the tip. I have had no problem with the Papa John's, the Pizza Huts here, the Little Caesars. But I know there's a lot of places that is a giant problem. Like some of them will put on, like they'll charge a $79.99 delivery fee, and they'll set them out for $5.99. They take the $2 themselves, and or whatever they got to do DoorDash, and like, dude, like, whew, like here you're waiting 25 minutes for $7, if that. And a lot of times, yeah, they just get the $2 base. It's like, why bother? And meanwhile, all these pizza orders are starting to back up, and people are waiting a very, very long time. Like, not just 20 minutes, but like during rush times, it could be probably 2 hours easy.
Exactly. And at that point, you're almost like, why bother? Like, why bother with that, you know?
Yeah.
And
there's also other restaurants. We did a whole 3-part series on this, and the Taco Bells and whatever merchant-based app or their website can also do that if they want to grab it. And take themselves, really, they could do that with they can self-deliver their own DoorDash, Uber, Grubhubs, and just send it back out as a no tip. They can do that as well, but very few restaurants do that. Usually it's just merchant-based ones they play around with.
Yeah, and there's also like franchisees of like Papa John's that are very much like that. But and let's say they do decide to send them right back out with no tip. What ends up happening to those orders?
It's midnight, and I come to find my pizza on the ground with 3 other people's. This is a joke, and I am one unhappy person right now. You want to know why? Because I have a 3-year-old in my car at midnight that wanted pizza. And you put pizzas on the ground. I will never buy pizza from you again, ever. Pizza Hut and Chickamauga, you suck.
So wait, that was outside the actual store?
Yep.
Oh, I couldn't quite tell there, but
that
wow.
was literally just
now I've seen
outside.
that. Yeah, I've seen that at Close where they'll stick it outside, but like most Pizza Huts have like a drive-up window now, and like it goes off even if it's after hours. If it's sitting there in the warmer, they'll hand it off to you even if it's after close, because it's really just 2 minutes quick, and they don't have to do any extra work or dirty up their kitchen. But like at the same time, I'm like, if you're ordering that late, you probably made someone upset.
Right.
You were probably the one who ordered 10 minutes to close, and they already had the stuff started to clean, and you just re-dirtied it on them. So they're like, here it goes. We'll just place it out by the pillar, and you're going to deal with it.
Exactly.
Oh.
And it's frustrating because we've seen stories like that to where orders don't get delivered because they don't have tips. And then what ends up happening? I don't know how many different restaurants do this to where they just leave it out by a curb, or they just keep it by this general area where they know homeless people are, so that they just give it to them, and who cares about everybody else. And yeah, it's it's a late night thing, but also don't make it available to a customer that close to closing if that's going to be a problem. And also, is it the fault of the restaurant for leaving it outside, or is it the fault of the customer for ordering that late? debatable. I'm sure there is a debate that can be made there. So.
Yeah, if you got double doors, you can have a little table sitting there, and someone can reach in the initial door until they actually leave.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
And also, if you're closing, right? Like, how much after closing are you actually going to need, right? Because closing isn't simply like it's 8 o'clock and they just lock up, right? They gotta do. There's some like post closing things they have to do. They have to clean up some stuff. They have to wipe down some other things, like do the dishes.
Yeah, I've closed restaurants, and trust me, we want out of there as soon as possible. And all these corporations want you to be open to the very last second, and your owners or managers in the franchise groups are like, no, you gotta start, you can't say no. If it's 8:59, you're open to 9, you better take that customer, because I almost got they wanted to fire me over it because they said it was 12 minutes before.
Yep.
Okay, I was standing there at the computer, that everything pre-cleaned done, waiting to hit the button until the POS system said 9 p.m. and like, you should feel more inviting. So I'd leave the gate a little more open. Like, I used to just leave it like one person wide, but like at that point, like, I just go to the end of the railing. But it's like, oh, you're not making them feel welcome. That's like, you can't win. Then when I actually had a rush that started before close and I didn't get done till 9:30, I wasn't busy for the rest of the night. Aside from that, and they're like, why were you there till after 10? Like, your sales are not reflective of that. I'm like, well, the sales logs and look at the camera footage. I had every single college student in front of me from the 4 colleges around us, like Clarkson, Potsdam, SLU, and again, it's like, well, whatever. So like, I think that if that was a delivery order on her part, she probably couldn't get a driver, and they just stuck it outside, because I've had a lot of restaurants do that. They'll just stick it outside if it's after close, so the dashers aren't banging on their doors or windows if they don't have like a drive-through or something. And I'm gonna guess she went to pick up her own delivery. She probably ordered through the Pizza Hut app, and they can be pretty bad about it a lot. Trust me, sometimes you don't want to know where your food came from, but anyway, or even if it's on the pizza app, they'll tell you, these pizza places, make sure you're knocking, get a hold of the customer, and they got it right in the instructions, leave it at the door. And they got no place to set it. So it's going to go on the ground either way. And at least I was out in concrete, not by a dumpster, or didn't look really gross there. It looked like it was actually maintained. And I'll read the comments here. Joe had to step out for a second. Why is a 3-year-old awake at midnight and wanting pizza? Yeah, someone ordering last minute and having bad excuses for not doing what they should. Terrible way to run a restaurant. Yeah. Lisa, but they all do it now. They all want you to the very last minute to order. I know the McDonald's franchise in Carthage would keep getting edited by the owner, and it would say till 24 hours. Or even after that, they finally got forced on, because many Google's users suggested 11 p.m., which is the actual close. So the owner changed it to midnight, and it still wasn't true. I'd be sent DoorDash orders, because they want you to come in and order to the very last second, where a lot of people are actually decent or have worked the industry, and they get it, and they're like, okay, it's 15 minutes. turn the phones. You'll come in and it'll be an hour to close, and we don't have any DoorDash orders. We turn that off. It's like you do know just turning the tablet off doesn't stop. You actually have to go in and pause it, and it's just like us. Like you get 35 minutes and it unpauses and restarts. So you have to go back in, unpause, repause, so orders don't come flowing in. Working in restaurants for years, I would never do that. Yeah. It's very common from what I've seen. Like as far as delivery end, if it's after close, they'll just put it out on the sidewalk. I'll be honest, I've picked up quite a few orders that they stuck like that. Sometimes they like if it's a bag, they'll stick it on the door handle or somewhere. But like they usually there's no place to put it, and you know how everything is nowadays. They don't have a bench or anything or chairs sitting outside anymore. So on the ground it goes because they want to discourage people from lingering. And that's not cool at all to me. Yeah, it's different with the customers in the store. I understand that. So as far as Pizza Hut orders and Papa John's and Little Caesars, Lisa, I think you have the same franchise group as I do. The land is Pizza Hut and Heavenly Fresh is Papa John's here. Like, do they actually pass the tips on to you, or is it hit or miss?
Sorry about that.
And they'll like bring the order out to you. But I've, in my experience, that those places suck for service. Whenever that is the case, they'll just ignore you until there's like 12 people there gathered around, and because it won't be like an actual drive up, it'll be like you go in the alternate door, and there's like 12 of you huddled in a little tiny area the size of behind this bar here.
Ain't that the truth? First off, sorry about that. I had to.
Hey, my roommate here wants to say hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, roommate. How you doing?
Yeah, he's also my boss at work. He's the foreman.
Hey, boss man. How you doing?
He heard you. He laughed.
That is
Oh,
What's on the agenda tonight?
well,
we're
talking about
talking-
pizza. Orders how to take away the tips.
Yeah, did you know that if you order directly with Pizza Hut, they'll reduce the tip to 0 and then send it to DoorDash?
Fortunately, not the ones here. The ones here are actually honest.
No, but there are some franchisees that feel that they have the privilege to take your tips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good to meet you.
Johnny
Mr.
does my
Foreman.
DoorDashing for me.
Yeah. That is,
You guys have a good night. I'm going in and go to bed.
All right. They just got back from dinner. Have a good night, bud. Go get some rest. Busted tail all week, so we're pretty tired.
yeah, can you blame him? He just worked how many hours today and had to go to dinner and hasn't had a chance to breathe, I'm sure.
Yeah, like literally 2 minutes. They're like, he's opening the door and like, oh, can you pay attention to the dog? We're going to dinner with the in-laws. I'm like, oh my God.
It's funny because I'm actually in Orlando right now, dog sitting. So, that is hilarious in itself.
Yeah.
So, what did I miss during my quick run to the restroom?
So we're just talking about you know, why is a 3-year-old awake at midnight and wanting pizza, like questioning her parenting ability, because those are the kind of people that will let it happen, you know, order last minute. And Lisa's going on about like leaving stuff on a sidewalk and just leaving it out is just a terrible way to run a business. Those kind of places turn the phones and the order screens off. If they don't even do that, and they'll just pretend they don't have orders when they do, because you have to go in and actually pause them, not just turn your screens off and pretend nothing's happening. And yeah, they never do that stuff to a customer. But I mean, I was talking about how it used to be very typical to have like benches and chairs and stuff outside so you could sit outside while you're waiting for a restaurant, and they took all that stuff away after Rona.
Yeah, with Rona, they got rid of that as soon as homelessness became a thing. The benches that they choose to use, like it's 2 armrests, and then there's an armrest in the middle, so that way they can't actually rest on it. There's a bunch of different reasons why they started taking away outdoor seating.
Rick was saying it's different with the customers in the store, but you know, they're in your face ordering last minute. And I was just watching a reel where is like from an actual pizza shop, and it's just a skit they were doing. Like when counter takes it with 2 minutes to go, and this guy takes the stack of pans he just cleaned and slams them on the counter because he has his ovens and everything all clean, his prep table, and it's like 2 minutes to go, and like you freaking jerk. So
oh my god,
they were doing it as a funny haha skit. But I'm guessing they're the kind of place that still follows the old tradition of like 30 or 15 minutes to go. We don't take any more orders besides pre-made stuff.
Yeah, and it's funny because I think on DoorDash, for the most part, really any of these apps, including like the online ordering, if it's 30 minutes left before closing, right? That's when they stop taking orders on delivery entirely. Like, I think that's the general rule of thumb. Now, there are exceptions to that rule. There is near my home, there's a pizza place that is specifically, it's not like a 10 to 8 or 10 to 9 or 10 to 10 kind of pizzeria. It's a 5 p.m. to like way late in the evening kind of pizza place for the bar crowd. So therefore they do end up having late night orders. So that's literally geared towards those orders. But nevertheless, like those like that kind of restaurant and the restaurant that is like accepting an order 5 minutes before closing, that's ridiculous too. Like, and also going back to your point about pre-made stuff before closing, imagine getting a large order 2 minutes before closing. Oh, I'm so happy I caught you guys. I need 100 pizzas. Yeah. I need 10 pizzas. That's great. Go anywhere the fuck else. What do you mean?
Yeah. So, like, the other Subway locations open till 10. Sometimes they catch me like 5 after 9. I'm like, go to the other location. They're open till 10. But I don't want to drive over there when they live in that town. It's like they lived in that town. Like, you live there? Yeah.
Wait,
and like even the other way. So like no matter. So they're like the Walmart one I worked at was central located. It was like closer to the Potsdam versus Canton, but they were both. It's in between both of them. So it's like, what are you doing?
Are they making you go through the drive-thru in order to pick up? For a pizza delivery, no. For a Taco Bell or a McDonald's or a Wendy's, yeah, sometimes, like if it's like the lobby's closed, but that's not the same.
The Pizza Hut's here within they have an extra hour in drive-through only for customers and deliveries, but it's never like a huge line. I've never had more than a car in front of me.